Good. We're going live. Okay, and I believe we're live. Testing my new connection. Let's see how it works. I'm hoping there's less lag time now. I had a guest scheduled for today, so I'm not really too much prepared. I've been preparing for Thanksgiving. Um, and so there's a couple of things maybe I'll touch basis on. Let's see. Let's go to, let's do it this way. These people on the left are going crazy. They're leaving X because they're saying how bad, they're going to this blue sky or whatever. And I find it funny because when the right complained when Jack Dorsey was owner of Twitter at the time, they complained, we'd said about how biased Twitter was when it came to their rules. Now that the rules are even to these people, it's unregulated, it's uncensored. Yes, it's unregulated because back then, let's say if you call a he a she and a she a he, that could have gotten you banned on Twitter. And that's just a difference in opinion. You're not entitled to your reality. But let's see. This is what I was going to try. Let me just see what's going on in my feed here. Well, like I said, I was hoping to have Lovari on, but he had to reschedule, so the show must go on. So if anyone wants to pop on, has an opinion about something, I will put this because the way YouTube works, I can't put the actual link, but if you copy this link and you take out the spaces, you could pop on. I got in trouble multiple times on X, got new account. I'm sure with when before Elon, a lot of people got in trouble. I'm pretty good at, I've been pretty good, especially here on YouTube. I've had a couple of strikes that I've had to get rid of. But let's see. Let's present. I want to see how this works. What the? Okay, window. There we go. Really? That's interesting. Is it still that bad for you, or because I mean, there are some things they don't let you post, which is ironic considering that they still allow like full-fledged porn on the site. So yeah, so it's funny they complain about this, but here is, if you want, they're complaining about their feeds and all this and all that. Obviously, if you go to the home feed, you're gonna get a bunch of stuff that they're just gonna put on your feed. What's this here? Here's the hit PC and then did on me. Oh, okay. Let's check this out real quick. This is Scott Pressler. Let's see how this goes.
Election denier goes by the Twitter handle The Persistence. He helped deliver that all-important must-win state for Trump, in large part by focusing on, as he says, the Amish, frat guys, and hunters, among other groups. And Pressler, as our Ellie Reeve reports, is just getting started.
Everybody just big smile and look cute. Peace.
Scott Pressler is the kind of political figure only possible in the Trump era. going from social media influencer to actual proximity to battle. Pressler is taking credit for turning Pennsylvania red. He created a PAC, or Revote Action, to register voters, and targeted the Amish, frat guys, hunters, and other groups. His PAC got a $1 million donation from Elon Musk.
So walk us through how you do it. When I tell the Amish that they can vote a private, secret ballot that is mailed to their house, and they don't have to have their buggies seen going to a polling location, they love the mail-in ballot.
But a lot of people sort of come up as social media influencers, and then they fizzle out. And you actually, took the opportunity and started doing something quantifiable.
He was at the Capitol on January 6th, and at Trump's return to the scene of his near assassination in Butler.
President Trump took a bullet for us.
Last week, Pressler was in Bucks County, Pennsylvania, because of a controversy over what ballots would be counted in the Senate recount. A frustrated county commissioner had said some misdated and unsigned ballots would be counted despite the rules.
If I violate this law, it's because I want a court to pay attention to it.
This went very viral, in part because of Pressler. She apologized at the next meeting.
The passion in my heart got the best of me, and I apologize again for that. I made a mistake.
But by then, the Pennsylvania Supreme Court had ruled those ballots wouldn't be counted. Pressler and his fans had won. Yet they turned up anyway, and the room had a kind of intense vibe.
Do you think the 2020 election was stolen? Okay, so can you explain something to me? Why, if they can steal an election, why would they steal it once but not this year?
Because people were going to the divisions in the Democrats made it very hard for them to try and steal it again.
I think what you heard today is the frustration of people that
I want to show this as an example of the despicableness of the media, because here they're pointing out these people were counting ballots, okay, that they were missing dates, they were missing signatures, they had the wrong date on it. So they had these ballots that they were trying to count, okay, this election cycle when nobody was paying attention last election cycle. So who's to say these type of votes weren't counted in 2020 or even in 2016? We don't know that. So that's the irony of all these implications they're making of Scott Pressler and what's going on here, but they don't have the they don't have the mental fortitude to go, hey, look, like, hey, wait a minute, or the imagination to go, we just put this clip on here. Can it be twisted against us? And it really could. I want to keep listening.
have been told they are election deniers, and here we have a sitting commissioner that's an election denier, and we have a currently sitting senator, Bob Casey, that is also an election denier, and it's almost karmic. And yes, that's why in part we were here to take a victory lap. We won, and we did it fair and square.
If we take that commissioner's words in the worst possible light, let's say she truly meant rules don't apply and she could count ballots that shouldn't be counted. She still failed to steal the election, right? Like, you guys still won Pennsylvania and Bucks County. So help me reconcile that with your past with the Stop the Steal movement in 2020. Like, why could it have been stolen once but not the second time?
Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. If we let them get away with doing this now, they'll do it in 2026, they'll do it in 2028. This was us peacefully putting our feet down and saying, no, enough is enough, and we're not going to allow you to do illegal and unlawful actions. And we're going to hold you accountable.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
I noticed that when you urge people to action,
Yes.
you often include the word
Peacefully.
Is that to avoid another Jan 6 type incident?
With all due respect, it's to avoid people like you guys saying that I'm anything but. My motto is to just be super cute, have my data and facts, treat everyone with love and respect, and as you can see, an army of people will follow.
And it was a small army.
I love how he just said, you know, because I want to, with people like you asking, asking that question, because that's the problem right there. It's like now, the right needs to always caveat peacefully, but the left, they could burn down buildings, they could take over Congress buildings, they could take over courthouses and all this stuff, and that's still considered peaceful.
Which included followers of a Korean church led by rapper King Bullet.
So when you were up there speaking, it almost seemed like you were taking a bit of a victory lap for turning Pennsylvania and this county red.
Absolutely. A lot of people questioned our voter registration. They said, Scott, flipping Bucks County to a plurality of registered Republicans, that's not going to translate into results. And yes, a little bit of the victory lap was here to say that for the first time since 1988, we flipped this county and it voted for President Trump. It's kind of, saying to people, no, we're the real deal.
Bressler first got attention in 2017 when he worked for an anti-Muslim group and organized marches against Sharia, despite there being no Sharia law in America. He was also involved with Gays for Trump.
You described yourself as a data guy.
Yes.
But early in your career, you were more of kind of like a social issues, culture war guy, like Gays for Trump or Act for America. Can you tell me about that shift in your career?
I have grown in how I approach politics. I see my work and my evolution in politics that's laid a foundation, and now I am meticulously building on that an esoteric understanding of how politics is going to win elections, focusing on demographic groups, get them registered, get them mobilized, get them out to vote.
Twice, RNC officials have indicated they would hire him, but it hasn't worked out. Still, he's built a loyal fan base.
Have you spoken to President Trump since the election?
I've spoken to Laura Trump.
What'd she say?
Our conversations out of respect of her and the Trump family are private, but she was congratulatory.
And what about Elon Musk?
I think he's a wonderful human being.
Have you talked to him since?
We message, nothing consequential.
God save America. Hallelujah.
Tonight, quote,
Well, that's pretty interesting there. That's CNN for you. So anyway, like I was saying, you have here for you. Well, I'll just put stuff in for you, randomly. And then for the people who like, these people on the left, you don't want to see that stuff, go to following. And you'll just get posts of people that you're following. That's it. You could come here, your notifications, and just see the people that you want to follow. And you'll get, here we go. I just posted this. This is my live show right now. So here. I clicked on my own post. That's what happened. But I find it crazy that the left will do this when. There you go. This is what I meant to click on over here. Yeah, I wanted to do like I said, I was going to do a show with. We're going to reschedule it for next Tuesday, and go from there. Like I said, it was Thanksgiving. I was we've been trying to make this show happen for the past month or so, and maybe even more than that, because it was definitely before the election, but I had too much stuff going on. Not today. I really can't. But I'm going to do a show. I'm going to see if I get a friend of mine, a frequent guest on the show, to see if we're going to talk about mental health during the holidays coming up, and how to help, how to reach out to loved ones with everything going on. And I'm not talking about the election. Don't call to rub it in. I'm talking about people who are sad, who recently lost loved ones. It's one of the many things that's been going on for me. One of the times I was trying to have Lovari on was they was that my uncle had passed away and I had to fly to Florida, so I didn't get to make the show. It was too much going on, literally the week before election day. So actually, no, it was the weekend of election day. Excuse me. So anyway, yeah, I mean that tells you the total blur. Then I had a memorial and a funeral. I had my uncle's memorial here in New York. The day before, I had a funeral of a cousin. That was close to her daughter, my third cousin, and all that stuff. So my cousin's cousin. But it's been a crazy. So I mean, I really want to get into that because mental health is really important this time of year. So I want to dedicate just show just to that. So, well, the good thing is, I will say this: the new connection seems to be working well. Um, so that's a great thing. Looks like I'm not going to have any issues with lag anymore. Hopefully, let's see something. Just out of curiosity, let's see. Let's go through this article real quick. MSNBC says it's unaware of Harris's campaign contributions to Al Sharpton nonprofit, but won't say whether it's taking action. Of course not, because there's Democrats could do whatever they want. What did I just want to? Oh, there we go. Let's see something. Just out of curiosity, right now, what is the? Let's see. I'm just curious on. I know it's kind of cheesy to be doing this while I'm doing the live stream, but I'm just curious on what it'll say the speed is. Just because it's usually nowhere near this fast. My basement, it always tends to be so much slower. Oh yeah. Oh wow. That's the big difference right here for people who do live streaming. This is the big difference right here. It's uploading. The uploading speed right now is at least 10 times faster than what I normally get. So this is going to be it's going to be a great new year coming up. Now that I have this faster speed. Well, Macy, that's that's where I'm gonna. So I want to dedicate a show to this because I think not celebrating holidays because of losing family members. I think it's not to sound too cheesy, but I think it's harmful to the memory of the people that we lost. Because I'm pretty sure I wouldn't want my kids not to celebrate a holiday because of my passing at a certain time. I would say my father would probably be the same way. My father would not want us not to celebrate. Let's say Thanksgiving's coming up. He wouldn't have wanted that. He wouldn't want that. Same thing. My father-in-law passed about 11 years ago, right? About 10 years ago, give or take about 10 years ago. He and pretty sure he would have not wanted my wife and us to not celebrate Thanksgiving just because he passed away about the same time. So anyway, so I don't know if I'm gonna do it. Well, no, definitely not. Won't do a live stream before the next show. If I do anything, it might be just dropping a video out there, putting something, uploading something, because now I can upload something faster. But the next live stream will be with Lovari, Lovari, excuse me, at 8 o'clock. We're going to do it an hour earlier, and hopefully it works out this time. With that being said, have a happy Thanksgiving, everyone. And sorry for the short show, but without having a guest on today, and I wasn't really prepared to do a show by myself, reached out to a couple of people to hop on real quick, but last minute stuff, people weren't available. So give you a little bit. So went through a Twitter thing and got you, Macy. Okay. Like I said, well, have a happy Thanksgiving and see you guys next week.